1v1 Green Tooth Gorge, blue side. It's Dark Riku, plays an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, can get a ranged weapon, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And up against on the red side is Noisy, also known as Pega, plays a Plague Champion, starts out ranged combat with this damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, good versatility and utility, can build turrets and repair, but is slow. So let me just explain what this is. This is game 3 of a best of 3 series that was part of the quarterfinals of the monthly Rumble tournament that was held on July 28th, the second monthly Rumble tournament. So it was 1 win each going into this final third game. The idea was each player picked 3 commanders that they could take into the tournament, and they can choose any one of those commanders for any of the games within the tournament. Riku, I think, chose Apothecary, Warlock and Lictor Alpha. Noisy, I'm not sure what else he chose, but he obviously chose the Plague Champion because that's what we see here. Heretics forced off the east side. It's triple Heretics opening into some Chaos Space Marines. Riku with the familiar double Scouts, who are both using their mobility to harass these Heretics here. Can't quite get a model off them though, do a lot of damage to these bolters, but they are forcing them to back away, and they can, hopefully for them, take this Western victory point, which is natural for Riku. Tactical Marines have decapped. Noise is natural in the east. Here are the Chaos Space Marines, heavy ranged infantry. Decent in melee combat though, can become very powerful and offensive in tier 2 with upgrades. Death Guard on show, kind of blended into Green Tooth Gorge. Here comes the Apothecary. You see the passive health regeneration aura on those Tactical Marines, those green hexagons. Now they're using their Kraken bolts, doing extra damage to those Chaos Space Marines because they are heavily armoured. Ouch, lost the Tactical Marine there just a bit too late with the heal. And Riku saying wow wow, they lost the model immediately as they dropped to 2/3 of health. Double Heretics now harassing the west side, and they're going to try and cap the VP there. 1 generator going up for Riku, and Havoc's on the way for Noisy, so they're most likely going to see some Assault Marines from Riku, which could get very hurt very badly by triple Heretics and a Plague Sword, Plague Champion if it comes to that. Here comes the Apothecary. Plague Champion in heavy cover, trying to get a model off of these Scouts. And he will, unless the Apothecary can tie him up. There we go. And he's forced off and retreats away. Tactical Marines, 2 of them left behind heavy cover, shooting up these Chaos Space Marines who are also behind heavy cover. These guys should be closing in for melee with the model advantage there. Here come the Havocs, armed with a heavy bolter by default. They will suppress infantry and do it very well. These guys do very high courage damage, so they suppress instantly, as you see there. 421 500. It's a 2-to-1 cap for Noisy. Might be a triple. He's getting his natural back. Apothecary with a sync kill on a Heretic. The rest of the squad runs away. He's preserved these Heretics reasonably well considering the map control he has. I think he did get one squad quite low. And Assault Marines hitting the field for Riku. Has a node and a generator, has to repurchase that node in fact. This thing is not noded. We have 1 generator going up for Noisy. And another. Assault Marines hitting the field right now. And here they are, jump troops that fight in melee combat with bolt pistols and chainswords. Very good at disrupting and tying up ranged squads. Don't really want to send them into dedicated melee without support though. And perhaps their tier 2 upgrades, which really help them versus other melee squads. We have Aspiring Champion Heretics for Noisy, gives them this Chaos Marine squad leader, makes them pretty tasty in melee combat in tier 1. Noisy coming to this west side of pretty much everything. Riku is in the center. What is he going to do here? Is he going to push through and hit power, or is he going to defend his own? Could get a flamer for his Tactical Marines and have them push by themselves. They'd make short work of this gen farm. Looks like Noisy is coming mid. In fact, there's some Nurgle worship here, boosting the health regen of infantry. Now it's been cancelled. 1 Heretic squad incidentally is being annoying and decapping this fully matured Retribution point for Riku. 355 500 Noisy, yet to lose a victory point off of his counter. Looks like Noisy is pushing mid a little to engage. We have Eternal War up on these Chaos Space Marines. You can tell by the little plus icon there, and those Chaos insignias around their bolters give them a 20% flat damage increase, both melee and range combat, and can make them peel off units in tier 1. Nice grenade by Riku, didn't quite hit it perfectly, but took out a couple of models. That could have wiped the squad if he did hit it perfectly. Assault Marines have certainly now been spotted by Noisy. He has the Bile Spear up for his Plague Champion. 342, 496. Should he leave this engagement and go and hit power with that thing? He's staying in it for now. Havoc suppressing the Assault Marines. Are they going to jump? There is Bilious Discharge as well, which really badly snares movement, basically to almost nil. Very useful because you can use it against things that are otherwise immune to suppression. Eye of Tyrant and Chaos Lord and Brother Captain do not like a well-timed Bilious Discharge. 334, 496. The Plague Champion runs away, was trying to tie up the Tactical Marines, and Riku wins the engagement. Assault Marines were healed there. Scouts capping back this natural wreck point. They need to cap this one back too. And now Noise Marines for Noisy. Look at this tier 1 triple Heretics with an Aspiring Champion, Bile Spear, Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War Havocs, and now Noise Marines is not messing around. Devastators though for Riku, so he's gone for double scouts and a 1-1-1. Tactical Marines, Assault Squad, and Devastators. Havoc setting up, suppressing the Assault Marines, but they jump away, they're alright. Aspiring Champion Heretics chasing. Flame Tactical Marines in retreat. Did not take down the generator, but it looks like it did take down the node, which has now been repurchased by Noisy. 334, 485. What are we going to see in tier 2 by Riku, which I assume he's going to try and go as soon as he can. A Librarian to try and smite up these Heretics perhaps. I think a Dreadnought would be the best thing he could get, but whether he'd have the eco for it to hold his power while he saves for a Dreadnought, we will see. Nice Marines pushing up, have their Sonic Blaster, which disables ranged weapons, does good damage and shakes apart structures, and we might see it here as they go after these generators. 333, 472, trying to inflict some economic pressure on Riku by taking down his generators. Now turns to engage the Apothecary, who only has 600 health at level 1. He's gone for the Purification Rites. Nice grenade on those Havocs. Boom. Does it take a model? It doesn't take a model. He put it in between two models and didn't take any of them out. Scouts will get away though. Devastator's setting up. Looks like he is going to defend his power here. Those Marines are unable to take down a generator. Havocs are in the building. He does have Flamer Tactical Marines. Can they maneuver around and get their Flamer on this garrison? This is very, very annoying. You've got that instant suppression. You've got Sonic Blaster disabling range weapons. You've got some Nurgle Worship. You've got that Bile Spear. Lots and lots of very annoying things. The only thing Noisy can't do easily is counter this Devastator squad. If he gets that Sonic Blaster in range, it will disable the Heavy Bolter, but can he do it? Under Nurgle Worship perhaps. We have Blight Grenades up for Noisy. Not an obvious choice versus Space Marines, but he's going to make it work. Throws it on those Devastators, and Riku has noticed too late and he's going to lose that squad. Boom. Wow. Blight Grenades instantly paying for themselves. Those things are only 120, wiping out a 250-30 squad. Awesome play by Noisy, awesome pressure. Didn't take down the entire farm. Took down two generators and a node and a Devastator squad. That is bad engagement for Dark Riku. Can he recover here? Tactical Marines on capping duty. Noisy has triple gens up. Everyone goes tier 2. Noisy slightly before, so Dark Riku lamenting the heavy tier 1 of Noisy. Heavy tier 1s are the way to go in Elite Mode, I think, in general. 274, 472, huge VP deficit for Dark Riku to try and make up here. Chaos Space Marines trying to get a mod off the Assault Marines. They do not want to fight here. Too much stuff for them, but they're jumping in. That's crazy. Now they immediately retreat. And the Heretics get a model. No, they can't. There's the heal from the Apothecary. His heal gets more powerful every 2 levels. So level 3, level 5, level 7, level 9. His heal is upgraded with plus 20 on the heal of it. Also gives a plus 50 to anything with commander armor. So if you heal allied commanders or librarians, autarchs and that kind of thing, you get that heal bonus. Generally considered that at level 5 the Apothecary's heal becomes very, very nice. But if you can get him to level 7 or 9, obviously even better. 274, 425. Those Marines have been very, very annoying. That Sonic Blaster does actually do, I believe, full damage to all infantry types, so it is still very useful to heavy infantry. Havoc's losing a multitude of those Assault Marines, something leveling up. It was the Plague Champion, I believe, who's now level 2. Light Grenades and now Fetid Armor. So he has that instant on-demand suppression around the Plague Champion. Really come to love this armor upgrade. 269, 420. Heretics, Doom Blast and Retreat, which they often do when they don't have their aspiring champion. 264, 420 Assault Marines with their Sergeant now in tow, has that Power Sword and gives them the Merciless Strike. So those aspiring champion heretics need to be careful, and these non-aspiring champion heretics need to be very, very careful of those Assault Marines. 254, 420 Tactical Marines hitting power. Riku, he's been known to stay very, very composed when he's under pressure and come back strong. Can he do it now? He has a Razorback. It was a bad ending to tier 1. But as long as you keep your Assault Marines and your Tactical Marines alive, I think you always have a chance with your Space Marines. Here's a Blood Crusher though from Noisy. A Demon with Vehicle Armor. Benefits greatly from Worship, as you see there. Giving it health and energy regen bonus, I should say. Noble Worship doesn't do anything more for demons. Good single target DPS, almost 100 heavy melee DPS, but no splash and just 600 hit points. So if we see a Melter Bomb and say a missile launcher for the Tactical Marines, this thing is all of a sudden in a lot of trouble. But Noisy has a hell of a lot of stuff to tie things up and generally support the Blood Crusher, so a good purchase for him, I think. 221, 420. That Razorback, a support vehicle for Space Marines, allows them to transport and reinforce allied infantry squads. Twin linked heavy bolter on top, which does reasonable damage to infantry. Look at the damage it's taken though, wow. It was taking rear armor hits from this autocannon. The autocannons in Elite Mod are really powerful. If you get double autocannons, a really good combo that Keltos, the lead designer of Elite Mod, likes to use himself, is double autocannons alongside a Mark of Khorne Shrine, giving him that 10% damage boost. Can really, really be painful. 201, 420. Nurgle Shrines though do not give you a damage boost, so we won't be seeing that. Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Khorne gives them these chain axes, which are power melee weapons and plasma pistols. The aspiring champion, who's at the front there, as you can see, has a melter pistol. They're going to put a lot of pressure on his Assault Marines. Will pretty handily deal with Assault Marines, I think, even if they get the jump. And Tactical Marines really don't want to meet these guys in melee combat either. 181, 420. Look at the VPs. Dark Riku going for a Plasma Cannon, which is not a unit you see a lot from Dark Riku, I've noticed. Much prefers getting a quick Razorback and going tier 3, or not even that. Sometimes he just upgrades his Assault Marines and his Tactical Marines and goes tier 3, gets his quick Predator and puts you down. Autocannon moving up slightly. He still has all 3 of his Heretic squads, and none of them have leveled up for Noisy, so a Plasma Cannon hit will certainly wipe the non-aspiring champion Heretic squads if it hits them nicely. Here is that Plasma Cannon. There is a Noxious Cloud. Global ability of the Plague Champion gives it that controllable toxic cloud that does damage over time, and there's the Blight Grenades again. There's Angels of Death though. Global ability of the Apothecary gives you 50% damage reduction on all of your infantry, and they become immune to all forms of knockback. Plasma Cannon survives the Noxious Cloud. Apothecary now has the Anointed Power Axe, I assume, so he can put a lot of pressure on his Plague Champion and also stand up much better to these Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. He's going to go down here. He is going to go down here. Blood Crusher survives. Missile launcher might finish it off, though. It's very nearly down. 2 hit points and gets away. Wow, now it's in worship range. So as you can see, the health flying up. Dark Riku using Laramon's Blessing, reviving his commander back at base. One of the global abilities of the Apothecary, and a very useful one it is. The Power Axe is 47 DPS, 47.5 I believe, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does 95 damage per swing, and all of that upfront damage really makes a difference to engagements. 158, 398. And Heretics taking this natural VP of Riku. We might get a quick triple here for Noisy. Looks like he's not bothering to... Wow, that was a beautiful retreat grenade by Riku, I believe. The scouts are inside the... Oh, they were capping. Almost wiped that squad out. Just heard the reverberations. 134, 398. This Blood Crusher needs worship or repairs. Plague Champion can repair, of course. Noise Marines have gone for the blast. Boom. Turns them into that artillery unit. They lose their cacophony though, which we never actually saw from them. They're going to hit them again. That was nasty. Wow. Difference between the Blastmaster and the Plasma Cannon, well, the big difference is that the Blastmaster knocks down all units that it touches in its flight path. Also damages them slightly, I think. Unless they are allied units, doesn't damage them unless they are caught in the end blast. Wow. Scouts getting owned. They do get away though with 2 models. Razorback getting repairs and is now fully repaired. Look at this, triple cap for Riku. More Devastators for him. Wants to control those Mark of Cornkill Space Marines, I suppose. Does he have Melter Bombs? I assume he does, yes. So Devastators are going to be very powerful for him, providing he can keep that Blood Crusher away from them. Another missile hit brings the Blood Crusher down to almost half hit points, but there is the worship kicking in. Plasma Cannon getting hits. Noise Marines pushing up for their Blastmaster to come into play though. Now we have this standoff. 2-1 for Riku. 1-2-3, 3-2-7. Noisy is in tier 3. Something like Lightning Claw Terminators would be quite nasty, I think. Personally, I would have stayed tier 2 and got a Marco's Inch Dreadnought or something to put a lot of pressure on this Razorback and take a bit of pressure off your Blood Crusher, because it gives 2 vehicles for Riku to worry about. But we'll see. He's gone tier 3. Might save up for a super unit, might go Terminators, might just go for a Predator, which would probably be a very good choice. I just like to see Terminators with Lightning Claws running around. Look at the damage that autocannon did in 2 volleys. That was crazy. Plague Champion now is going to try and cap still with the Blight Grenades. I think he's expecting a Plasma Cannon hit. You can hear it charging up. There it is. And it will knock him back. The Plasma Cannon does ability knockback. So even if he had Armor of Pestilence, it would still be knocking him down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 8, 8. Noisy just used Plague of Undeath. As you can see, these markings above those scouts and the rest of Riku's units. I'm not sure why maybe he wanted to use Noxious Cloud on the Plasma Cannon and hit the wrong hotkey. I'm not sure, but that was a waste of a global, and that thing is 175 red, I believe. That could be telling. 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 6. So he's definitely not going for Terminators. I assume he's going for a Predator, is he? Unless he's saving up for a super. We will see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 3. Blood Crusher just dancing around trying to avoid damage here, and Riku is pushing up. He's got a double cap. Might get a triple cap. Scouts are capping Noisy's natural, and Noisy is just completely slowed down and he's defensive here. Really doesn't want to push. Riku had a huge VP buffer, but now it's down to almost 100. Razorback now hitting power. Here comes that autocannon. We've seen what it can do. 1, 2, 3, 240, tier 3 now for Riku, but the Chaos Predator is on the way for Noisy. And there's a Blight Grenade throw again on those Assault Marines who jump away, not before infecting his Heretics, and that infection does damage. Now look at the damage it's doing to those Heretics. Noisy just has a lot of upkeep. Look at that, plus 170. Ouch. Plasma Cannon. Sorry, Devastators, were they wiped out there? I think they were wiped out by Mark of Cornkill Space Marines. Riku lose a model. You see that Melter Pistol getting rear arm hits. Here comes the Blood Crusher. In general, very good versus support vehicles like Razorbacks and Chimeras. The Blood Crusher, because it's quick and does good DPS, can take one down if it gets rear armor hits. Plasma Cannon is inside the Razorback, and now it needs repairs. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 5. Noisy is taking mid. He's also taking his natural back. Here's the Chaos Predator. Chaos Predators can get marks to change their weapon and or give them different characteristics. No upgrade yet. 118, 213, so in it the full state has an autocannon and 2 heavy bolters on the sponsons. Good all-round battle tank, as is the Space Marine version. Riku's tier 3, ouch. Space Marine's getting a big hit on the plasma cannon, which is now reinforcing off the Razorback. What is Riku going to do here? Is he going to get a Predator of his own? Apothecary is level 2, has Armor of Purity now. Plague Champion also level 2. Michael Korn, Chaos Space Marines need to reinforce. 100, 213, 2-ton cap for Noisy. So it's up to Riku to either push mid or try and get a sneaky decap, but the autocannon is there waiting. Melter Bomb on the Blood Crusher. Can they get some missile hits? These Tactical Marines is under worship though. There is a missile hit. You can't get rear armor hits on a Blood Crusher or Walkers. Here's that Predator tank. Not sure if Riku had seen it before now. I think he had. Now he definitely has. No mark for it still, and Riku is going for a Predator of his own. I'm going to assume this is going to be a Las Cannon Predator. Down goes a Blood Crusher. Didn't do a whole lot in the end, apart from forcing these Tactical Marines to get a missile launcher, which of course decreases their DPS versus infantry. Since the missile launcher can't really hit them, the Apothecary is going to go down again. Mark of Korn, CSM just bullying him again pretty much. Plasma Cannon getting a good hit. 61, 213. CSM are level 3 now. Those guys are pretty beastly. There's the smoke grenade providing a damage resistance buff to those Plasma Cannon Devastators, but there is a Noxious Cloud again. 41, 213. Down goes the Razorback. Boom, big Plasma Cannon hit. This Chaos Predator is going to go down surely. Riku needs to chase. Down goes the Plasma Cannon. Yes, losses all over. It's got to chase it down. 22, 213. What is decapping? No, it's just decapping itself because nothing is capping. The Plague Champion went down and the Chaos Predator survives. And Noisy has triple Heretics to repair it. That is crazy. 14, 213. Razorback lost. Plasma Cannon lost. Running out of VPs is Riku, but he has units on all 3 VPs now. Scouts are going to get absolutely owned by this autocannon. Good grief, the damage was crazy. And they go down in retreat. 9, 208. Riku pretty much needs to win every engagement now. Scouts leveling up over there. Blastmaster setting up way too close to trouble. Apothecary wants to get a smack on one of them, but he gives up. 9-1-9-1. Havoc's trying to cap now. Can't believe Riku is still in this game. So much pressure from Noisy early on. Did he go too heavy in tier 1? Should he have stayed in tier 2 and tried to push his advantage there? I think he should have. I would have got a Dreadnought and tried to push. Because you know Riku's going to go for a Predator. So if you have a Markov Zinch Dread already there, he's going to really think twice about his standard build. Triple cap now for Riku. 9-146. Chaos Predator has Mark of Zinch, which gives it its own twin link lascan. I'm not sure how it stacks up to the Space Marine Predators version. I'm not sure if they are exactly the same damage or what. Noise Marine's trying to decap. Tactical Marines with the Sergeant all kicking off on the east side. That autocannon has been so awesome from those Havocs. What level are these guys? Level 2. Noise Marines did decap, but now run away. There's a single for Riku. He's holding on to this 9 VPs. Has his scouts with Sergeant chilling out on the west side, ready to throw a grenade at anything that tries to decap. Now Noisy is hitting mid with everything he's got here, trying to seal this game. There's a 2-1 for Riku. Markov caught in Chaos Space Marines. Are they going to try and cap? They should. He's taken the plasma cannon out. He should try and tank the damage and decap, I think. 995. Maybe he thinks there's more there. He should really try and decap and push forward. He's going for a turret. Is he going to go for a las cannon turret? Because that thing is nasty. 987. Really should have decapped with his CSM. We have double predators now for Riku. Getting extra armor for this one. Took a big chunk of its health away though. That mark was each guy and it's all kicking off. Heavy bolter turret is mid, suppressing the infantry but not doing a whole lot else. Really should upgrade it to the las cannon turret, I think. There is Angels of Death again. The CSM are decapping. 970. Riku needs to keep an eye on that VP. He doesn't want to let them cap it. In fact, they stop capping. And now they start decap again. Was that a misclick, or did he mean to? Did he try to go after something and change his mind? Not sure. 961. That was a huge error. If that was an error indeed, he has decapped there. Apothecary goes down instantly, revives himself with Laraman's Blessing. We have Heretics chasing down the Predator tank. 959. Chaos Predator's gone down. Noisy losing most of his army, desperately trying to cap this. Down goes that Predator. The turret also went down, and Noisy caps mid for a 1-1. He needs to reinforce like crazy, but very, very importantly, he has a nuke, and the Chaos nuke is not freaking bad. A lot of people complain about the damage outside the very center being low, which is true, but the damage in the center is crazy. It's like 200 heavy melee damage per second or something. 948. Apothecary trying to tie up this Noise Marine squad, eating Blastmasters to the shore every time, and there's another one. That was a bit weird. Knocked them over with some kind of special just as he got knocked back, and there is the Abyss. It's going to whack these Tactical Marines. Is it? No, it won't, because the chains do not drag back on retreat, and they don't seem to do any damage either, or do they? No. That's where the Abyss sucks. If you retreat immediately, it's not very good. 918. Single cap for blue. Librarian now on the field for Riku. He's going to get a double, I think, or a 2-1 at least. Plague Champion under fire, level 4 by this Predator tank. There's the single cap. Noisy says GG. He thinks this is over, and I think it is. And there's the concede from Noisy. Dark Riku takes it and wins this quarterfinal with a 2-1 victory. Awesome play by him. Really held on. Good purchases, went for his trusty Predator tank and made it work. Noisy, I think, should have gone for a Marco Zinch Dread, but it's easy for me to say. Seemed to just lose his aggressiveness midway through tier 2. Didn't push. Maybe he thought he had such a big lead, he had it in the bag. But there you have it. If you want to see the finals of this tournament, head over to Maestro Catella's channel, where he has it casted, his recording of the live stream that he had alongside Codex. Big thank you to Eerie, who puts together the monthly Rumble tournaments, puts up prize money out of his own pocket and organizes everything. Great job to him. Great job to all of the streamers. We had Cretella and Codex, also had Blessed Spartan and Uncle Milty, and all of those guys pretty much covered the entire thing, which was like 5 to 7 hours or so, which is crazy. So excellent job to those guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.